NASA is finally ready to launch its mega rocket, Artemis 1, to the moon. Kennedy Space Center engineers have been testing this rocket for months before it blasts off for its lunar mission planned for late August. But the rollout to the launch pad began last night, as you can see here. Let's bring in space correspondent Kristen Fisher. So slow, so exciting, this move to the launch pad.
It's so slow, Brianna. It takes all night long, about 10 hours. This vehicle transporting the rocket to the launch pad can only go about 0.8 miles per hour. So it may not look like much, but what you're seeing there is about, more than a decade in the making, several $1 billion. It is now arriving at the launch pad, and we have not seen a NASA-built rocket bound for the moon arriving at a launch pad in about 50 years. This is incredibly historic. NASA targeting an August 29th launch if all goes according to plan. And, Brianna, it's hard to tell what's more impressive here. The rocket itself or the crawler that got the rocket to the launch pad. Those crawlers were built back in the 1960s, designed to carry the Saturn V rocket to the launch pad back during the Apollo program. The difference, though, is, back then the United States was in a space race with Russia to get to the moon. Now, NASA's primary competitor in getting astronauts back to the moon is China. They're trying to do the exact same thing. And so a lot of people wonder, hey, didn't we do this back in the 60s? Weren't we doing this back in the 70s? NASA sending astronauts to the moon? The answer is yes, but they've got to do it again because now China is the primary threat. And so now you see the Artemis rocket. It is just inches away now from the launch pad and just a few short weeks away from a launch on August 29th.
0.8 miles per hour?
Which is not that fast?
No, 0.8 miles per hour.
0.8.
Less than 1 mile per hour. But, that rocket, Brianna, is 34. It's the same height as a 34-story skyscraper. So just think how big that is and how much money is on top of that crawler, and that's why it has to go so slow.